Hello, hello, hello. We are getting ready to go live tonight for our She's Got Wealth session, how to organize your finances. And I'm going to break it down into 6 accounts on how to organize all the funds that you need for your life. We're going to talk about how to decide what the priorities are for your life. And we're also going to talk about how to actually break down each dollar so that you know exactly what you have allotted for that particular category. We're going to dive into all that tonight. We're going to start at the top of the hour. So if you know a girlfriend, you have a girlfriend, or you know a business owner, or you know another woman that would love this information, please invite her to join us here in the Women's Money Revolution Facebook community, because I know that this is empowering. This was an empowering topic when I learned it. So I am very happy to share this information with you. As you come on, say hello. Hi, Yolanda. Hi, Rochelle. Hi, Kellyanne. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Like I said, if you know a woman who knows and you know that she needs this topic, she's been complaining about how do I organize my finances? I don't have enough. I keep running out of money. I want to break this session down so that you can know exactly how to organize it, so that you can see each category and know exactly how much money you have to spend per week, per month, however it is you get paid, okay? So grab your girlfriend, tell her, get in here. Let's hear this training tonight. And we're going to start exactly in 3 minutes at the top of the hour, 6 o'clock, okay? Now, as we get ready, I'm just going to check the group and see how we are streaming. Make sure everything is streaming as we should. Okay, I see. Hi, Kelly. Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me. One person commented, say hello to me in the comments. I love it when you guys comment. Say hi. Let me know you're there. Let me know where you are watching from. Are you in Nassau? Are you in one of the Bahamian Family Islands? Are you in Jamaica? Are you in the U.S.? Are you in Trinidad? We have ladies from all over the Caribbean, the U.S., and Canada in this group. So go ahead and say hi and let me know where you are watching from. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes at the top of the hour, 6 o'clock. Hi, Rochelle. Thank you so much for saying hi to me. Okay, I am right now, if you like this, these affirmation music, I listen to this all day. I'm going to post the link in the group, okay, and probably a separate post so we don't, you know what, I'm going to post it right in the comments. So if you want to listen to something that is empowerment, that is about money empowerment as you work, as you drive, I'm going to post this in the group right now. Just waiting for 1 more minute and we're going to get started. All right. So I've just posted the affirmation music. Okay, I found this week and I've been listening to it all week. Okay, so if you want something to listen to, go ahead and check that out. All right, we're going to get started in a couple of seconds, right at the top of the hour. All righty. All right, welcome, 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 ladies. Thank you so much for joining me live. Tonight we are talking about She's Got Wealth. She's Got Wealth is our topic, okay? She's Got Wealth, how to organize your finances in 6 accounts, and so that you have this blueprint for financial freedom, okay? Hi, Nadia. Thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna dive right in. Now, if you are new to me, my name is Dr. Danny Wilson. I am a women's money empowerment coach, okay? And what I do is I help women to transform their relationship with money. And when you transform your relationship with money, you have a better relationship with money, okay? And you begin to make the income that you desire to make, okay? So this is 2025. We've been talking about money goals from the beginning of the year. This is going to be our focus for the year. I want to make sure that all the ladies in this community are empowered to know how to increase their income as you determine it. So if tomorrow you want to know how to increase your income to, I don't know, X amount of dollars, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month, my goal this year is to provide you with the skills and the know-how and the experience to be able to raise your income as you desire, as you choose. Okay? And it doesn't matter about what's happening with the economy. It doesn't matter what's happening on your job, whether your boss likes you, whether you have the right connections. None of that matters. None of that matters. So I am here to empower you, to give you the real secrets, okay, about how to run your own financial life, okay? So I have a slow connection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off my data and go on Wi-Fi, okay? So I think that'll give us a better connection. All right. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, so let's see. Let me get my flash back on here. Flash, there we go. Okay. All right, so listen, I am doing this because if you're new to me, I want to just tell you my story. I was a single mom of 4 kids, okay? Ages 10, my eldest was 10 to 5, okay? They were basically 1 year apart, okay? I had to start my life all over again from scratch, okay? My personal situation changed and I had to start my life all over again from scratch. No job, no car, no apartment, no degree, nothing, no money, okay? Nothing. Literally from scratch. I had to move back into my parents' home with my 4 children living in 1 room, 1 bedroom, okay? And I had to begin again. This time as a single mother, okay? The first job I got, I was making $1,400 a month. And I got paid monthly. Okay? So I'm sure you guys know $1,400 a month, trying to take care of 4 kids. That's what, $350 a week? $350 a week? That was $350 a week, okay? And I got paid at the end of every month. So I don't have to tell you that that was hard. And I struggled. I struggled. I did all the things. I tried to do little side jobs, okay? I tried to help make some money on the side here, make some money on the side there. I got increments as time went by, okay? So it went from $1,400 to $1,600 a month, okay? And then from $1,600 to $1,800 a month, okay? I think that was my last salary before I moved out of that job, okay? But, and you know, $1,800 a month trying to take care of yourself and 4 children is still not a lot of money to work with, okay? So, I struggled until I learned this strategy on how to organize my finances. Now, you may not be in the situation that I was in, okay? But if you are living paycheck to paycheck, okay, and you find that you don't have any money left, you have more month than you have money, then this training is for you. Because I found that when I began paying attention and organizing my finances, when I organized my finances into the categories I'm going to share with you tonight, I was able to begin paying attention to my money, okay? I was a lot more conscientious in how I spent money, okay? I was able to see clearly what money I had to work with for all the things that I had to get done, okay? And I had a better experience. Kelly says, my same story. Wow, girl, listen. Trust me, I know you know what I'm talking about, okay? I know you know what I'm talking about, okay? So tonight, I have shared with you. Did I share it in the group yet? Not yet. But this is my money organization chart. Okay, and I did not come up with this on my own. I actually learned this from an investment banker. Okay, and this investment banker came to my town here in Nassau, and she gave this presentation, and it was a game changer. Okay, so if you want to get this money chart, I'm going to break it down for you and give you all the categories and all the percentages and everything on how to organize your money. But if you want this chart, just go ahead and write chart down in the comments. Write chart in the comments, and I will DM you and send you the chart. Okay, so go ahead and write chart in the comments, and I will get your email. I'll private message you, get your email, so I can email this to you so that you have it. Okay, now let me just check and make sure everyone is here and everything is looking okay in the group. Okay, Kellyanne chart, I got you. After the live stream, I will message you and send you the information on how to get this. Okay, so I want you to know that I know that the money you're making is not enough. But when you organize it, you can better see what's happening and how you're spending in each category. Now, when I sat in this training, the investment banker said to us, she said, if you want to be rich, you have to start organizing yourself like you are rich now. You do not wait until you have the money. You do it now. And she said, here is what you do. Rich people organize their money in 6 categories. Okay? And I'll go through them quickly. The first category is tithing and giving. Okay? She said, rich people know the principle of sowing and reaping. They know this principle. Whether they believe in God or they don't believe in God, they know that the principle of giving causes more to be reciprocated. The more you give, the more comes back to you. Okay? And these are people that don't necessarily know about God. They don't really pay attention. I'm sure they're good people and everything, but they're not necessarily religious people. Okay? But they understand this principle, the principle of sowing and reaping. Give, which says give, and it shall be given back to you. Okay? The rich give because it activates the principle of multiplication. That's the name of the principle. Okay? So what do? They allot 10% to their charity. Okay? If you go to a church and you want to give your 10% to your church, you can do that, okay? Or some organized, systemized charity, okay? She said, on top of the 10%, they give an additional an additional 5% for giving. That's in case you meet somebody and they're running short and you want to give something, you have that money set aside, okay? So 10% is tithing, 5% is giving. And what they do is they open 6 accounts for each of these categories, okay? The first category is tithing and giving. So they open a bank account and they label it tithing and giving. The second account is their living expenses. And rich people allot 50% of their income for their living expenses. So your utilities, your rent, anything, your groceries, your gas, all of those living expenses, those things you actually have to do every week, every month. And we categorize them as living expenses, okay? They open an account, and they put 50% of the money that they make in their living expenses account, okay? So anything that they have to pay for living, specifically living expenses, utilities and all of that, comes out of this account. Let's keep going. The third account they open is an account that they label my fun account. Fun account. And they allot 5% of every dollar they make goes into their fun account. Okay? This is so that they know that you cannot work without balancing it with a little bit of fun. Okay? So what do you do for fun? What do you do for fun? If you don't do anything for fun, if you work like I did, work all the time, okay? Work and sleep, opening an account and labeling it your fun account reminds you that you can't just work all the time. You have to have a balanced life, okay? And this fun account taps into the principle that there is nothing better for a person that he should eat, drink, and find enjoyment in his toil. Allot 5% to enjoying life and creating memories with the people who are important to you. Ladies, we can't underestimate the power of balance, okay? And making sure that not only are you working hard, but you're also taking time to enjoy life and play and have some fun, okay? So the fourth account that every rich person has is their investing account. And they allot 10% of every dollar they make in a separate account that they label investments. Investments. Why? Because rich people know that they have to put their money to work for them, on their behalf. Okay? We can't spend everything. We have to invest it in something that's going to bring back a return. So you put your money in something that is going to bring a return to you every month, every quarter, every half year, at the end of the year. Okay? So the principle is that, you remember in the Bible it said, the parable of the talents. He gave one 5 talents, one 10 talents, and one talent. The one with the 10 doubled it. The one with the 5 doubled it. The one with the 1 buried it, got scared, okay, buried it, and when the master came back, he gave him back the 1 talent that he had given him, while the others had multiplied it. So the principle is that you put your money to work for you. And what did the master say? The master said you could, at the very least, of putting it with the bank, put it in a high yield savings account at the bank, put it on fixed deposit, okay, put it in the credit union so that you could actually, at the end of 3 months, at least have some money built on top of that money. Okay? So, and guess what? The master, remember, called him wicked and took that talent from him and gave it to the one who multiplied it the most. Okay? So money is there to be multiplied. So we take 10% and put it in an investment account, a high yield investment or savings account at very minimum, or you can invest it in a business that brings a return. You can invest it in your purpose business. I know we have a lot of business ladies in here, okay, to bring a return and to double, okay? So rich people invest 10% into something that you are passionate about to grow that investment. Is good stewarding of your income. Okay? So, we've gone through 4 accounts so far. Tithing and giving, 15%. Living expenses, 50%. A fun account, make sure you have balance, 5%. Your investment account, 10%. The 5th account that every rich person has is a savings account. Okay? They go to the bank and they open a fifth account, and they call it their savings account. And they take 10% of everything they make and they store it in their savings account. Okay? And the principle is, remember in the Bible, the story was that there was a famine coming. So Joseph told Pharaoh, listen, let's save X amount of the grain so that when famine comes, we will have more grain in the storehouse for the rainy day or the rainless day, right? So that's what he did. Let Pharaoh proceed to appoint overseers over the land and save 1/5 of the produce of the land of Egypt during the 7 plentiful years. So you are going to set aside 10% of your income in a savings account for the future. High yield savings account. Okay? Get an account with the credit union that's going to give you more money than what a savings account is going to give you in the bank. Okay? Or open an account with CFAL. Open an account with Fidelity. Open an account with Royal Bank. Okay? Investment accounts. Okay, so that because they pay you more, put your money on fixed deposit. Whatever you choose to do, make sure you're saving your money and putting it in a account that is going to give you back more money. Okay, so 10% goes to savings. And finally, rich people go to the bank and they set up a personal development account. A personal development account. And they put 10% of everything they make in their personal development account. What is the personal development account for? It's for, exactly like I said, your personal development. This is what you spend. This is the money you use to buy books that you need to read, take courses that you need to take, maybe hire a coach to help you in your business, maybe go back to school, take classes at the community college, anything that helps you develop yourself. Why? Because if you are not growing, your life is not growing. Okay? And if we're going to be wealthy women, millionaires, billionaires, some of you may have a goal to be a billionaire, okay? Then you need to develop your skills, your knowledge, and your experience. Okay? So when you need money to fly off to that conference or go to that convention where you're going to maybe have the opportunity to network with people in your field, make connections, make friends with the next person that has the next opportunity for you, you can go to your personal development account, okay? And you can find some money there. Okay, so 6 accounts: tithing, living expenses, fund, investing, savings, and personal development. Now, I remember the day I went to Royal Bank of Canada here in the Bahamas, and I sat with the lady in savings. This was I think this was like 10, 20 years ago, okay? Sat with the lady in new accounts, and I sat down with her, and I had her open 6 accounts. And I did this with my very next paycheck. After I got this training, I took my very next paycheck with me, and as I cashed that check, I deposited the money in 6 accounts, okay? Then I went home and I went into my online banking and I looked at my 6 accounts, okay? And for the first time, I had a system for spending my money. So what happened to me? I went from being overwhelmed with all the bills, all these big bills, okay? And all this month, okay? All this month I had left. All this month I had to try to make this little bit of money go last, okay? And I had a system for spending. So what did I do immediately? I went and I started listing all my living expenses. Okay, well, I have 50% living expenses. What do I need to do? I need to look at these living expenses and make sure they fit into this 50% of my income. So instead of feeling like I was spending all my money every month on all these things that was coming at me and I didn't know where I was going to get the money from and yada, 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 and yada, 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 I now knew, okay, I need to live within this 50%. Now, I'm not saying it was perfect all the time. Not saying that. But it gave me a framework to work through. So if I had money coming in from somewhere else, like I did all kinds of things to try and make extra money. I think I did some camera work. I shot some videos. I did some film and whatnot. And I used to get, I think, $100 every time I got a film job. And I would take that money and decide, okay, where do I need to put this money? What category does this money need to go in this month? Okay? And you know what I found? I had money to buy books that I needed to go to the next level. I had money to pay for my gas. Okay? I had money to take my kids for ice cream on Sundays. Okay? I had the money to, when bigger things came, I knew, okay, I won't buy any books this month for my personal development account, okay? I will save that $100 and something is in there, and I will join it with maybe another account, maybe a fun account, okay? And I would pay for my kids to go to soccer that 1 month, okay? And then the next month, I would get back on track, okay? So now I had a picture, I had a nice portrait of my finances, right? And anytime I wanted to do something, I could go to that account and see, when can I do this month? Or do I need to save for 3 months for personal development in order to buy that ticket to send my daughter to Canada on her French trip so she can learn French, right? Okay? So this is how I started to manage my money. I was able to see it a lot clearer. And guess what started happening? I started having money left over, some money left over in these accounts because I didn't spend all the money on personal development. Or I had $50 left under my fun account, okay? And I had maybe $30 left in my living expenses account. Okay? And I was like, oh my goodness, instead of running out of money during the month, now I actually have a couple dollars left over. And I started to be able to breathe. I felt in control of my finances. I felt in control. And when something came up, like I busted a tire, or the kids needed money for some fun day at school, I could see where the money was going to come from because I could pull $10 from the fun account and maybe another $10 from the personal development account, put that together, and they would have the money for what they needed to do. Okay? Then I would get back on track. The following month, fill up those accounts again. Okay? So what did that feel for me? That felt like, I can exhale this month, right? Excuse me. All right. So I want to know how many of you are going to try. No, I don't even like the word try. I want to know how many of you are going to commit to organizing your finances using the rich woman's method, okay? So that you can have money at the end of your month. If you're going to do that, put a 1 in the comments, and I want to see, okay? I want to see, and if you're watching the replay, please go ahead and put a 1 in the comments if you are going to go to the bank the next payday. You're going to go to the bank and you're going to open these accounts and fill them with the percentages, okay, that are going to help you organize your finances. Because I can tell you, Kelly, I see your 1. Good stuff, okay? Good stuff. I'm telling you, this helped me so much. I want the women in this community at the very least have their money organized. If you are in this community, you have many resources, many trainings in here, okay? If you go back and scroll through, that can empower you. And I don't charge for anything that I give in this group. It's completely free. It's here to help you structure your finances so that you can begin building a better relationship with money. Rochelle, I see your one. Good stuff. I am rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, Kelly. I'm rooting for you, Rochelle. Okay? If you have any questions, drop your questions in the comments now. I'll be on for, we're coming up to the 30-minute mark. We have 4 minutes before it's the 30-minute mark, so drop your questions, okay? And I will answer them for you, okay? So drop your questions in the comments. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Again, if you're just joining me or you're watching the replay, if you would like this chart, go ahead and say chart, comment chart in the comments, and I will DM you, get your email so that I can send this to you. You can print it off and you can put it on the wall, okay, by your desk, or put it in your journal, okay, maybe paste it in the front of your journal so that you know exactly the breakdown, okay? If you don't have a wall that you can paste it on, you want to keep it private, you can put it in a journal, okay? Place it right in your journal so that you can have it, okay? Okay, so Kelly, good question. She's asking, how can this work if your monies are already exhausted? Okay, great question. When I learned this method, my monies were already exhausted. Okay? So what I did was I went and I opened the accounts. I did the percentage allotments. And then I looked at what my commitments were. And I started paying for those commitments from my living expenses account. And then I looked at how much more do I need after the living expenses was exhausted, or whatever category they're coming from. I looked at, okay, what is the deficit? What is the deficit in this category? Okay, so I knew what I had to fill. I knew the amount that I had to fill. And what that did was it gave me clarity in terms of, okay, it's not just a bunch of money that I need and it's all kind of things coming at me, okay? I was able to set it up so that I could see it. And once I realized what the deficit was coming from that category specifically, now I was able to ask the next question. Okay, so I don't have enough today. How can I have enough next month? So this is a process of growing. Okay, but you can't begin to grow and expand if you don't have the clarity or the setup of what is supposed to happen. You need the structure so you can see where the gaps are. Once you see where the gaps are, now you can start asking the empowered question. Okay, what can I do to bring in more money? What do I have? And the question is always, what do I have in my hand? It's always, what do I have in my hand that I can use to go out and bring in more money? Okay? Remember the story of, I think it was Elijah and the widowed woman? She had all these bills. Her husband had died. She was about to go and bake a cake, her final cake, and just a little bit of oil. And Elijah came and told her to go and bake him a cake. And she's like, look, bake you a cake? I ain't got enough for me. And this is my last cruise of oil and a little bit of flour that I'm going to bake for me and my son, and we're going to die after this. Okay? Okay? So what did Elijah tell her? Okay, go, use that same oil. Use that same oil. Go ask for some containers. and use what you have in your house, and God is going to multiply it. So, Kellyanne, I want you to look at what you have, because we always have something, you know. Okay? The story would not be in there if it was not true. So, the principle is what you are looking for is already in your space, waiting your recognition. So the extra money you need is in the form of something you have in your house, something that you're good at with your hands. There's something in your hands already that you can leverage, okay? That you can leverage to make more money for you so that you can fill that deficit. The challenge is being willing to do it. Putting the fear aside, putting the self-doubt aside, okay? Putting the past failures aside, stepping out of fear and into courage and boldness and faith. Okay? So that is your homework for tonight. What do you have in your hand that you can turn into finances, money, opportunity that can fill the gap? Okay? Any other questions? Rochelle says shopping is my problem. Rochelle, shopping don't have to be a problem. Shopping don't have to be a problem. It just has to come under your fun category. Okay? Just take all the money that you want, the money that you want to go shopping with, pull it out of your fun account. Okay? And guess what? If you want to have X amount to go shopping, then skip shopping this week or this month, okay? And wait till next month when you have more money, when you have double the money in your fun account, okay? So that you can go and buy the things that you want to have. So it's about balancing, right? It's about balancing. Any other questions? I'm telling you, you have to do this. Once you do it, the light bulbs are going to come on. Okay? I'm telling you. Once you organize your finances, see, one of the reasons why we need to organize our finances is that it gives us, one, the opportunity to look at our finances. Two, it helps us to see our patterns. What are our habits of spending? Okay? So when you see your habit, if your money is organized and you go in the shop and you spend too much on groceries, right? Let's say you go and spend too much on groceries, okay? Then you know, okay, hold on. What do I need to do to keep my grocery bill down so that all my expenses can fit in this 50%? Okay, maybe I need to plan the meals for the week, and then when I go to the grocery store, I need to shop based on the meals that I am planning on cooking this week. Okay? That was one thing that I did that helped me with my expenses, because I used to go in the food store and pick up stuff, okay? Not really planning out the meal, so I ended up with stuff left over that I didn't use that week. Okay, I could have taken that money and put it into meats, okay? Or fish. Well, my kids were vegan, pescatarian, right? I could have gone to the fish house and gotten fish that was cleaned, maybe a cheaper fish, okay, like a grouper belly, okay, or something, and make sure I have enough portions to last the month, okay? I could buy tuna, okay? I could buy, I used to use a lot of veggie burgers back then too, okay? And they were a little expensive. So instead of buying the crumbles, maybe I could have bought the veggie patties and actually crumble them, okay? But what I started to do was I say, okay, if I've got 7 days, I've got 6 days before I get paid again, 7 days before I get paid again. On Sunday, I'm cooking this. Monday I'm cooking this, okay? So when I went to the food store, I bought those meats. I could buy rice to cover the week, okay? And I knew I need a couple sides. This is what I did when I was budgeting. I'm not saying this is what you should do. I'm saying this is what I did when I was budgeting so I could keep my grocery bill down, okay? All right? And then I started, so I knew, okay, I'm going to, this is the meals, all right? If I cook X amount, I could cook for 2 days and not have to cook the next day because I could just use leftovers, okay? Or freeze it and use it the third day or something, okay? And I began to start to look at how I could do that. How can I make this money work and keep it within my 50% of my income for my expenses? You see what I'm saying? But I couldn't, starting the process of thinking about that, yes, I could have done it. But when I started organizing the finances and organizing the accounts, then I could see, okay, actually, I could make it work if I do this, that, and this instead of that. Okay? So, yes, it helps you to begin to see the patterns that are actually keeping me broke. Okay, Rochelle says, I will follow these steps. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay? All right. So we're past the half an hour. Are there any more questions before I hop off? Again, if you're watching the replay, go ahead and put chart in the comments and I will reach out to you and send the chart over to you. Okay? All right. I think that's it. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me. Abigail, Rochelle, Kelly, thank you so much for joining me. Okay? Go use this stuff. Go use this stuff. Okay? And let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. I want to hear how it goes. Okay? So reach out to me. Let me know how it goes. Thank you so much for joining me live. Mwah! To your unbridled success. Bye-bye.